The new Prime Minister of Japan, Yoshihide Suga, is facing additional international pressure over the weekend, amid reports that Japan will be accelerating plans to dump millions of gallons of radioactive water directly into the ocean. Reports have been widely circulated among Japan's leading news agency and across international media that suggest the decision has already been taken by the new Japanese government, and will be publicly communicated later this month. Over 1.2 million tons of radioactive cooling water from the Fukushima Nuclear Plant will be released. While the water will be treated, it will still be radioactive. 170 tons of new radioactive wastewater is generated each day and is stored in 1,000 specially designed tanks. Environmentalists and local fishermen have been urging the Japanese government to reconsider this option, after almost a decade trying to build back their reputation around the plant, where elevated radioactive levels can still be detected. South Korea still bans all seafood imports from this part of Japan, and has held urgent talks with Japanese counterparts to try and find a more measured approach to managing the Fukushima water crisis that would not risk the environment or human health. The outrage over these plans come just 3 weeks after Prime Minister Suga personally visited the Fukushima plant, on September 26. It follows a series of policy announcements by Japan that raises questions about how effective the country is a sustainable steward of the ocean amid the global climate and biodiversity crisis. In 2019, Japan withdrew from the International Whaling Commission to begin commercial whaling. At the UN shipping regulator, the IMO, Japan chairs the influential Environment Committee and has consistently pushed for much lower emission and pollution standards for its powerful shipping lobby. To cool radioactive fuel cores at the damaged Fukushima nuclear plant, Japan had pumped 1.2 million tons of water through the rods, and this water became contaminated with radioactive tritium. Once used for cooling, this radioactive tritium cannot be removed, so the water was placed into storage. Japan is now running out of space as it rushes to fully decommission the nuclear plant. The cleanup has already cost the Japanese utility owner, Tokyo Electric Power Company (TEPCO), $200 billion. According to the Japanese Ministry of Environment, its tanks will be full by 2022. Japanese ministers under former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's government had been pushing for the dumping of radioactive waste in the ocean for years. Last year, Japan's environment minister said that the only solution was to release it into the ocean and dilute it. There are no other options, he said. With the new prime minister in place, it looks like Japan wishes to move ahead quickly,